to the live settings and fix all the tags and shit real quick. Should be good enough tags. Okay. Mute that up. All right. Let me just pull the chat out so I can have it nice and organized, placed over here so I don't have to worry about it while I'm doing my farm. There we go. Yeah, I'm doing the chest shit right now while I pray to God that I get a single fucking star medal. So botting in New World. Yeah. This is gonna be a short little stream. We're gonna just talk about some of the basic shit. One of the problems that I've been seeing is the rise of bots again, right? And we were talking about this in global a little bit where, you know, like not all these, some bots do, but a lot of them don't do quests, right? They don't do any fucking quests. And if you want verification, you can go to the Steam achievements. Look at the levels versus the basic ass quests, right? You're going to see that there's a lower percentage of people actually doing any of the basic quests. Meanwhile, there's like level 30s, 40s, 50s is becoming super more and more common. Now, the problem is because New World, right, AGS, hasn't been acting on the bots for over a month. There's fucking level 60 bots all over the place. There's level fucking 30, 40, 50s everywhere. They're farming the shit out of OPR. They're farming the shit out of Orichalcum. They're farming the shit out of Star Metal. And I know for a lot of players that have like a large fucking income, right? They're getting it from their fucking settlements. They're getting it from, you know, fixing the market, and they're farming it out, like they're selling trophies and shit like that. Guys, Star Metal and Orichalcum is supposed to be one of those things that you have to farm, right? At the end of the day, you should be farming those. But because the bots are literally around the clock farming them, like on our server, luckily Star Metal and Orichalcum are still pretty expensive, but that's because of how many people actually... Oh, let me close that out for you. I'm not going to waste bandwidth on that. Because those are things that are like getting bought out so fucking frequently because of these timeless shards that everyone's farming out, so they can craft like best in slot shit. So the problem is AGS hasn't been acting out. It's gonna kill the game. For the lower end player that just rather do the labor and make the money, they can't compete. These bots are going around the clock and they're just fucking murdering the game. I found like fucking 6 bots over here in Morningdale because I came out here to do Star Metal. It's not players. It's fucking bots. Like, I feel like on our server alone, like, I think 30% of them are just fucking bots. And it's so weird because there's nothing you can fucking do about it. You report them. What's crazy is, I haven't brought this up yet, but did you know that Addiction got reported for their name? Addiction's name got reported, and so people got 2-day bans for the company name Addiction. Right? So let's look at the priorities of AGS and why bots are going to ruin the game and why there's so many fucking bots on here. They're not acting on bots. They're not acting on mass reporting because here's the thing, in true sight of it, it's fucking automated. I don't like, there's too many instances where, like, okay, for example, this is just a fucking basic example. If you submit a live report, right, which means you're going on the website and submitting a report, you get an automated response, right? There's no follow-up. You don't get any follow-up fucking message or anything. Right? Like, it's super fucking basic automated. So the only time that you actually get follow-up responses is when you file for like, oh, there's a problem in game, blah, 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 which they're going to tell you, oh, there's nothing we can do about it because AGS doesn't care about the players. It's at that point where I don't believe AGS cares about the players. They would have handled this bot system. They would have handled these complaints that players are stating. They're like, listen, whatever the fuck you think your priorities are, like, you have the right to run the game however you like. It's your game. Players are quitting, though. Right? If I have a company that sells shoes and all my customers are complaining about my shoes, I don't care that, like, if my designer wants to have these frilly shoes that can only be worn inside. I'm sorry, I don't fucking care. The customers and like demands are what's going to drive your market. Customer demands are always what drives market, right? So when we're sitting there complaining about these bots and how they're constantly like, listen, there's not a single star medal up over here. I was out here for maybe like a half an hour to an hour, and I got 400 ore. I hit every single zone, and it's all taken. And every time I go to a zone where there's star metal, there's fucking bots. So after I loot these next couple chests, I'll go over to the spot, like a very common spot, and I'll just sit there and we'll count how many players run by checking the spot, and we'll count how many bots are checking the spot. So this might be like a half an hour to a 45-minute stream because I stare is waiting for her food. And then we're gonna go celebrate New Year's together. But
and just a quick side note, baby, I'm muted on the stream.
You're muted?
Yeah, I'm muted.
Oh, you're actually muted. No, you're not.
I was listening to it and I couldn't hear myself at least.
You're not.
There you go. There you go.
You're 100%. You're not muted.
All right. I couldn't hear myself at all. It's working now though.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll straight up go over to like a very clustered star metal location. We'll camp there, right? I won't fucking do anything else but sit here and talk to you guys. And if you have any input, please feed it in. If you have any experiences about bots and how it's ruining your experience, how it's here, let's hit a fucking key fucking term that they like to use for excuses on implementations. If it's ruined your immersion, you know, say so in the comments. Like, at this point in time, like, this needs to be fucking addressed. They sat there and go, oh, we're gonna handle it in January and February. People aren't gonna wait until January and February. People are quitting now. Like, people are actually quitting because of all these little fucking things that are making it fucking toxic.
Mm-hmm.
Such as, you know, bots. because OPR doesn't feel justified, because all these weapon nerfs. Like, for example, like, I guarantee you, we can go check the fucking the fucking charts, see how much the population dropped since the fucking change to Great Axe. Right?
You'll be even there.
Yeah, it's crazy. Because everything that the AGS has been implementing and changing has always been hindering the game. They haven't made one solid change that actually helps the game. Right?
It's like they constantly focus on all the wrong aspects.
Yeah, 100%.
All the wrong
100%.
things, which ain't broke.
Yeah, things that aren't broken, things that aren't fucking a problem. Like they're like, you know what? We need to nerf the crafting station, like the crafting trade skills and shit. Blah 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 blah. It's like, why?
Why though?
Happy New Year. Hope things are going well for you, brother. Like, they sit there and they focus on these fucking strange aspects. I don't comprehend, like, their thought process on the whole matter.
Oh.
Fucking, I finally got some star metal. Holy shit.
It's again, it comes down to if it ain't broke, stop fixing it or stop trying to fix it, because you're breaking it.
Yeah, because they ended up causing issues with a lot of things. So the rubber banding effect that is all over the fucking forums right now, for if you're using Melee, that's been a thing. The only thing that was hindering that rubber banding effect was the lunge that Great Axe had, right? So if you, the reason why everyone went Great Axe is because everyone would left click spam, because you would lunge forward, right? And you would actually hit shit, right? Versus a lot of other melees, you don't. Let me see. How do I get up there? I could go from over here, but that's very strange. I could probably rock climb over here or something. No, this might be climbable. No, no way. Not a chance. Okay, forget that. I'm gonna grab these last 3 chests. No. I'll just grab 2 chests and then I'll head over to the cluster. We'll actually take a manual survey of how many bots are on this location. Because they're only here for star metal. I just want to add that. They're literally only here for star metal. They don't loot the chests. They don't grind out mobs. They don't do anything except for mining, which is kind of the toxic part of everything. And what's crazy is these randomized names. Did you know that it's so easy to filter players based on the naming scheme, right? They actually have to come up with real names.
Yeah.
But they're so scared. Like, for example, right? If you ban out like randomized names, I'm pretty sure there might be a few people with an actual randomized names, but you can have false alarms on those random names. At the same time, like, if bots have to start using actual names, it might just fuck players.
I mean, a bot that I've met for quite a while now is called Wonderful World.
Oh yeah, you know, I reported him like what, 2 months ago?
Exactly. Like, he's gone from, I think first time I met him he was level 5. Now he's like almost 60. Almost 60.
By the way, I'm getting a whole bunch of gold for you.
Good. I'm getting silver right now.
Yeah, so we can get you being making orichalcum and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's just so fucking toxic.
It is.
I'm just so over the bots. Like they need, like, I know like a lot of the rich players love bots, right? Because it fuels the market, right? Essentially, the materials are always going to be posted. They don't ever have to grab shit, and they can always get it for the low. But that's what a player-driven economy is supposed to do, though,
Mhm.
right? If you want a bunch of orichalcum and no one's farming that shit, and there's a shortage on orichalcum, well, you're gonna have to pay that premium price.
Which also gets us back to the point where
Mm-hmm.
the theory of Amazon
AGS.
actually employing the
Bots, yeah.
became a thing.
Yeah, I honestly think a lot of these bots are actually being ran by AGS themselves. I think the actual player bots, or even the RMT bots aren't as big as what you think it is.
Mhm.
Right? That's my personal opinion. I believe that the RMT market is, they're doing there's no gold over there. It's probably on the other side of the boat, which stop. Anyways, so like the RMT bots are actually not even running a star metal or orichalcum. They might have a few, but I think those are all like AGS or players. And my backing for that is because they actually make a lot more by hosting OPRs.
Mhm.
Like why would you do anything else except for OPRs? Right?
Exactly.
Yeah, if you can have fucking 40 bots running OPR, you're still making that fucking insane dough. Right? Insane dough. Meanwhile, if you're doing orichalcum and fucking star metal, you're only getting profits when fucking people buy that shit.
And that's only if you're lucky that someone doesn't post after you posted or undercuts you by
The fucking
a fuck
stupid
ton.
amount. Yeah. That shit pisses me the fuck off. When you undercut someone, 0.01 is good enough.
Yeah, you
Right?
don't have to do 10
I've seen
or
people
50.
Yeah, I've seen people undercut by huge margins, and that just, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Mm-mm.
They think, oh, if it's super low, it's going to sell faster.
No.
No, it doesn't. The only time that happens is when someone's fixing the market and they see how much you undercut them. So, shit that I do.
I've seen that happen quite a few times with dyes, for example, because that's a market that I'm trying to
Fuck
be
around
in.
with. Yeah.
Exactly. And then one day I'll see the dye, I can sell it for like 70 gold, just on the top of my head. And then the next day I'll come back and someone has posted it for 29 gold, and you're just sitting there like, why? Why are you undercutting the market so much? You're literally destroying the profit for everyone else. And there's no point to it. It's not like you're gonna sell that dye because it's such a niche market to begin with.
But the thing is players, they're just stupid. A lot of players are stupid. And the same person that's undercutting by like half the value or more are the same players that have no fucking money. And they're like, oh, well, I'm always broke. It's so hard to make money. Like I posted this but by so low and I just can't sell it. Like, well, it doesn't matter how much you sell it for. Like here's the true blue about everything. People are going to pay minimum price. It doesn't matter if it's 0.1. It doesn't matter if it's 100. People are going to pay minimum price because that's what they do. They open it, they see what the lowest price is, and they don't want to go farm it, so they'll pay that price. The reason why bots are an issue is because they flood the fucking market. So when a bot drops like say 10k of any material, there's a soft lock on the market at that price. Meaning, for example, Imagine you spent like fucking 6-7 hours farming fibers. Easiest example I can use.
Mhm.
Because fibers were going for, let's say, 0.5, right? Or let's say your market even had them pretty high at 0.7, right? Say light armor became a fucking thing. And so everyone's crafting and trying to get their outfitting up. Well, because fibers are at like 0.7, 0.8, you farm them up for a couple hours, you go to post it, and then some fucking bot drops 10K at 0.1.
Exactly.
You just wasted your time. Happy New Year. But yeah, fucking my New Year's resolution is to yell at AGS enough to fucking get rid of these bots, man. Get rid of the OPR bots. Get rid of the farming bots. Go back to a straight up player driven economy, because that's going to be the most enjoyable fucking experience. I know players that have a ton of money that don't want to farm shit hate that idea. They hate it. They love the fucking bots. They love them. But the ones that are trying to grow their income, they're the ones that are fucking hurting. Right?
Yeah, and players like us who goes out and grinds everything ourselves, it just feels so, what's the word? Unsatisfying, I guess you could say, that
Every time you see a bot.
Exactly. Every time we spend so much time to go out and grind all of this shit for it to have minimum value, and for a bot having farmed it like
around the clock.
Exactly. And it's like, I used 5 hours on farming this shit, and now I have to compete with this bot and actually get minimum value out of my time.
It's one thing to compete with a player. It's a whole nother thing to compete with a bot. There's no one driving that bot, so you're fucking fighting artificial.
Yep.
Right? There's an artificial fucking player that's just sitting there grinding out shit, requires no energy, while you're spending a lot of energy trying to get something. That's the part that's very upsetting and frustrating for people. So when people get upset, it's usually because they feel that they're cheated, because they feel like their energy is being wasted, etc., etc. And this is like one of my belief systems. It goes into this, right? Parasitic. So these people that are running these bots are very parasitic individuals. They're capitalizing on the amount of energy it's supposed to take, and they're robbing it, right? This is not, I'm not even talking from a capitalistic like point of view. Like, I understand like people want to earn money and they want to do it in the most efficient way as possible. But when you run a bot, you're not bringing any value to the market, really. Like, look.
And you're capitalizing on something that everyone else is actually paying for. In the sense, we paid for this game. We're investing all of our time into this game. We're not getting any profit from it.
My fucking global chat has been all about bots today.
Yeah.
This is New Year's, man.
Exactly.
This is New Year's.
But
it's supposed to be, it should be super easy to farm shit right now. I remember when I was playing WoW, and I was like, every holiday season, I would farm like the most sought after materials because there's no competition. Then when everyone come back, I'd have a fucking huge stockpile that I can slowly feed into the market and make tons of money off of. Right? Bots don't need to stop. They don't. And so this bot right here, we reported when they were like level 11. I think they're around 50. I think they're around 50 or higher. And that's the part that's pissing people off. we report these bots, nothing gets done. If a company gets spam reported falsely, they get banned? How does that make sense?
Bots can free roam, but players, nah, mate.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. I mean, I would love to speak to a dev or the community manager. Let me speak to the fucking community manager and see them try and wiggle their way out of a real conversation about how their system is not automated. Because it is. No one believes
100%.
it. They're fucking lying to your face. So this company is lying to your face about an automated system. I don't even think, at this point, I don't think it's someone that's even like a shitty fucking employee that's just like Russian rouletting the fucking ban system. I honestly believe 100% none of it is actually reviewed by a human. Like, there's no way. Why would the name addiction be a bannable offense? I would love to see that. Now, mind you, this is a company that, like, for the longest time was disliked. You know, like, there's certain people that actually, you know, they don't mind addiction, but a lot of people hate on addiction. They do have a large hater fan base. You know what I mean? And I've never like really evaluated people based on their players, but I evaluate players. You know what I mean? And I kind of keep track of what kind of player is in that company. But then I'm not going to have that prejudgment on individuals until after I've met them. Right? Because you'll meet some funny fucking cool people in all sorts of companies, and you'll meet pieces of shits in all sorts of companies too. Now, if that company is very strict and they actually make sure that the representation of their company is good, then you don't have to worry so much. Boar, I swear to God.
It followed you all the way up there.
Fucking toxic.
That
Hold
boar
on.
really wanted you.
I can't report the boar. Toxic.
I mean, you gotta applaud for how eager.
The effort.
Yeah, for the effort. How eager and how much effort that poor boar put into getting you. He freaking climbed the mountain.
Yeah, he went all the way up there. He was like, bruh. Let's do a little survey with the global chat. Let's have fun with it. So, who here believes reports are reviewed by people? And who believes the reports are automated? Jeffrey personally fucking reviews each report.
Yeah.
That would be funny. Just looks at a fucking clipboard, sees all the names, and just goes, "Yep, ban them."
Fucking Christ.
The fucking people. Oh,
They don't ban bots
they don't ban
anymore,
bots anymore. That's so funny that people like it. It's such a fucking stereotype, but it's true. Like if you want to ban evasion, Like if you want to have like the most efficient ban evasion, um, straight up bot, right? If you bot, you'll never get banned. I mean, this is a fucking driven fucking conversation. But earlier was all natural, where people were talking about bots. I'm just rekindling it a little bit. But yeah, like straight up bots. So the fucking audacity that they stated that in yeah, still on the server. Fucking during their dev blog, right? Where this bitch goes, yeah, we were reviewing some of the bots, but you know what? They were actually just really efficient farming players. They really do play that much. No, they fucking don't, dumbass. They don't. They actually don't. It's don't even look at thresholds of fucking items. Look at how many hours that they log in.
Yep. It's not natural.
Are you fucking stupid? You're not. Listen, when you email someone going, hey, are you botting? And they say no, that's not verification that it's a fucking human.
Exactly.
Humans run bots. Are you dumb? Like, it blows my mind. And so now they stopped punishing botting, right? They completely stopped it. I don't know if that person was a bot. I didn't care to check. We'll see plenty, don't worry. So I believe this is the common. Well, actually, the bridge is a lot more common. We'll make our way over to the bridge after this. On the bridge, you'll see bots all the time. Specifically on the footsteps on the way up, because the farming route that bots like to take is they come from like down here and then they wrap around and then they start moving their way up. So if we head over by the bridge, we'll see them for sure. Okay, so this is a sign of a bot, right? Moats go for a lot. Like a lot. But for some reason, some players skip moats. Why would you skip that? Why would you skip that? Air moats are worth more than star metal. Why would you skip it?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. What they need is in-game moderators, right? So if you employ even just a small team of in-game moderators, all you have to do, I'm not even saying go through the fucking report system. Just teleport around and look at fucking players. Watch them. Yep, obviously botting ban. I used to do it for fucking WoW. What's the problem? Do you know, okay, botting on WoW only became a bit more common during Burning Crusade, right? The vanilla, like you had some SM bots, but they would get cleansed out really fucking quick. Like, I'm not going to say all servers, because not all servers were created the same. You didn't have the same amount of GMs for every server. The lower population servers, of course, had less monitoring. But for, say, Tichondrius, right, which was a lot more popular, we had, I want to say, like 10 people every day, just around the clock, that would log in and check shit. 10 people for one server. We can't get one on New World. Not one. Not fucking one. Like, we just need one. One moderator. Right? And shit would get fixed so fucking quick.
Yep.
He doesn't even have to be very competent. You can stand in Windsword and catch half the bots.
Exactly.
Did you know there's a trend now. Players are catching bots with tents.
What? I haven't seen this.
Yes, this is a real thing. So if you have a tent on deck, right, and you see
Yeah.
a bot's pattern, you can actually control it and put a tent in the way and stop the bot from fucking moving.
Lol.
Yep, real
That's-
thing.
That's genius. What the hell? Why didn't I know
You know
about
what?
this?
I wanted, like, if I was a very huge streamer, what I would do is I would straight up fucking fence in Windsword and you just watch all the bots funnel in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, no, that's gonna get fucking deleted real quick. None of that, please. And then remove. No spam, KK, thank you.
Mhm.
I would totally do that. If you could
Yeah.
grab like fucking even just 10 people alone, and you just start fucking fencing in Windsword so bots can't enter, holy shit, that would be genius. That shit would be sick. It would, of course, need team effort.
Yeah.
It would be fucking hilarious, though.
Yeah, because people can just jump over it easily, like normal players.
Yeah, normal players would have no problem.
So they wouldn't have a reason to get triggered over it.
I wonder if you can stack like those fucking tents close enough.
Yeah.
Because the way that I've seen it is they place the tents like next to large structures, so it clips into the structure, so the bot keeps running into the structure and getting stuck.
It's freaking genius.
Yeah. Like I give credit where credit's due. It's like on Reddit. So if you go to the New World Reddit, the guy has it labeled like gotta catch 'em all. I don't know if he was the original fucking like the original person that came up with the idea.
Yeah.
But it's fucking funny though.
It sounds funny, honestly. Didn't even know it was a thing.
Yeah. Cause you can't walk through tents, remember?
Yeah, like I know that bots are not that smart, but I still thought they would be smarter than that.
No, because their logic pretty much goes, oh, there's an object here, back up a little bit, and then jump when you get to the object so you can go over it. But
Yeah.
if you're facing a tent, you can't jump to the highest point of the tent.
Yeah.
You have to go from the sides. But then if you get the shop one, pay to win by the way. If you get the shop one, you can't climb on top like that.
Of course.
So the common spot that I'll see a lot of bots at, it may take a little bit, but they are right. What the hell? Oh, I already have it marked. Yeah. I was like, oh my god, I'm already down there. What the fuck is going on? My GPS got fucked. Aptitude totally killed fucking Tolvian and Cinnabar.
Yeah.
Beep. Oop. Oh, caught on stream. Yup. Hold up. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we found one.
Let's look at his movement.
Yeah, one of the older models of bots, they do sharp movements. The newer ones do curve.
Kind of strange he won't reply to you as well, especially since you're following him. What's up, Mike?
Yeah, I found a bot. Yup, this is a bot. This is a bot. You see how he went up? So what that was right there, he walked up and he pressed E.
And
Oh
he's
my
a
god.
freaking officer
Caught
as
on
well.
cam. Caught on cam. What is it? Royal never give up.
Oh, I thought it was addiction actually because of the
No.
freaking logo.
Royal never give up. Yeah, this is a bot. Look.
Yeah, it takes him a while to actually snap on as well.
Wait for
which
it.
is typical bot behavior. Yep.
Royal never give up. Who is the gov of Royal?
I need my flux. God damn it.
Caught on fucking 4K. Told you. I'm on your server, Demeskia.
Flux.
Jersey Bricklayer. I don't think I've played with you much. Do you do a lot of OPRs? Generally, that's what I spend a lot of my time doing. Besides farming. Lately, I've been farming like crazy. So I've been a hermit. Purple? Well, I've seen a couple purple jerseys. But I don't think I've probably seen you around. But most of the people that I actually talk to on purple are like Speedy Sloth. That dude's cool. Then there's like of course, Jalapeno, pretty big dude. The other jersey's with you. Yeah. He's the fake jersey. I take it you're the real one? Oh, let me timestamp that, by the way. So, 42... About 40 minutes in. Okay. So I have a little report for live chat. Guarantee you that guy won't be touched, though. I forgot what the other jersey's name is. The longer names are just really fucking difficult to remember for myself. The shorter ones are usually pretty... Oh! Do we got another one? No, that's a player. 100% that's a player. Bot wouldn't skip these juiciness. So the new bots, they'll have curve, but they're now even more... Oh, here we go. Let's see if that's a bot. No. No way. They're running to one of the Star Metal locations. They're running straight for it. Nope, they didn't run up to it. They're clear. Infernal Dusk is your sister clan? Yeah, that's not a bot. See, the new age bots, what they do is they'll run straight for the location. They'll stop on it, they'll hit E, and then they'll fucking move on. It's so fucking blatantly obvious. It's so obvious, man. It's so fucking toxic. I don't know how AGS doesn't code around these bots. Because the bots, like, for some reason, they're like, if you imagine a bot, their vision is only this, like, what's immediately in the interact zone. They actually don't even see what's going on around them. And it's because they run so many of these bots, they don't have a high render rate. So they're not smart bots. They're very dumb bots. So they actually can't, like, they won't see that item over there, right? Because it's not rendered in for them. Because to these people that are running bots, it's more efficient to run like 50 bots with low render, right? That'll actually manually scan these locations on the route versus like actually fucking viewing and looking for it, right? Because people just service for farming. Not necessarily. A lot of people, the problem is, it's like a lot of these bots, they're hosted by either RMT or just generally players, right? And so these players, they run these bots on their off time. Like, say if you're at work, they'll run the bot while they're at work and they're just watching it. Like, they pay. Like, people are paying to run the bots. I mean, yeah, that's actually something that used to have, like, be common on other fucking, like, for example, what you would do is like contact someone that has a bot. And you'd be like, oh, I needed to farm this. So whatever you pay for that time slot, you'll get in materials. I can see that. But there's also people that will rent out bot scripts, right? So you can contact someone that creates bots and they'll send you a key code that'll last for like a week, a month, or whatever, right? Now people are doing like websites that you fucking sign up for and you pay for a subscription. I mean, depends on what kind of a host that you're going for these bots. Personally, I think it's fucking trash, right? If people are running bots, it literally just kills the fucking game. Because at the end of the day, there's only one reason to run these bots, and it's for money, right? Like, the people that are programming these bots, the people that are running these bots, they're trying to fucking have real money generate from it. Now, I know there's the argument, well, you know, maybe someone's a crafter and they just want to fucking run it for their crafting goods. Well, they're saving themselves time because they don't have to monitor it, which is money, right? So you can do other things and make money. Or I honestly feel like most of these aren't, most of them, the player base that are actually running the bots themselves, I think is so small that I don't think it's something you really have to worry about from players. It's the real market traders that are really fucking everything up, because they'll sell like stacks of 10,000 of a certain good in order to like lock a market at a certain fucking price and make their money from it. Like, because I guarantee you, when you look at the star metal stacks, I'll say this. If there's over 5,000 of a single good, it's either a market fixer or a bot. Right? Because no one farms 5,000 of anything at a single given time, like within a couple, like 2 hours or whatever. Like, I know I Sarah farmed like 8k plat, but that's because we were camping the plat farm. So we've only found one bot so far. We'll see more. I guarantee you, they always stop by here because it's on the route. Because the southern route, there's like star metal in a cluster right here. So after they finish the route around here, they move up and they come through this way. They all do the same shit.
We used to have bots with those names, but for some reason, most of them have been banned.
No, they're still there. Like, there's O-Put or whatever. Like, they're still there. Strange names. What it is like randomized in-game names. Yeah, those are still there. But like earlier, right, at the 40-minute, what was his name? William or whatever? Like, that guy was a player that's running a bot.
Mm-hmm.
What were they talking? You want blah 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 blah. Fucking random. But yeah, I like you'll notice like people with actual names, level 50, 60, and they don't have a company or faction. Yeah.
Yeah, but the bots have started to become smarter. In a sense, they'll have a faction now. But they still won't be in a company. And even if they are in a company, they'll get booted.
Yeah. They use macro. I think I was just waiting like the whole time. There are people that do macros. Macros are still, yeah. Those are still a thing. Those are still a thing. You're talking about the Orichalcum campers, right? Because Orichalcum camping is still a thing. Those macros are still a thing. The laydown commands.
I used to see those with fiber and trees for some reason.
I think what. Oh no! The time we found a tree, wasn't that on beta?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Oh no, that was week 1. That was week 1. You're right.
Mm-hmm. Outside
That's right.
the Everfall.
Right. I totally forgot about that.
The Chinese named ones.
Yeah, dude, I totally forgot about that.
On a side note, I don't recommend going outside when you're scared of fireworks on New Year's Eve.
Fucking, I totally forgot about the tree spammers. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see, like, fucking AGS get all over these people for their shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
3 days, same area. Yeah.
Yep, that's so true. I've seen the same bots in the same area for months now.
Yeah. Sometimes they migrate. I want to say, due to cold weather.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously influenced by the trade post. But essentially what I've seen people do is like they'll set up a bot on a certain location for a certain level gap, and then they'll move it to another location. Right. So say if you report a bot, if you see a bot like say on like Windsword, right? By the time it hits like level 50, you may see it migrate to like Weaver's Fen or Brightwood, or yeah, generally those 2 areas you'll see them hanging out at. Once they hit 60, they'll start like upper 50s. They'll start hitting like Morningdale, Great Cleave, and shit like that. Wait for the 2 fastest weapons in melee right now with most defense.
Oh, you missed a bot.
Oh! Oh, here we go.
Mm-hmm. Got on camera.
Oh. One sec. That was at the, so we have a 40 and 54. Let me open up Notepad real quick. $40, 54. Okay.
The plan is to actually send this to
Sorry.
AGS, by the way, to show them. You seen that one before? What level did you see it at?
So you mean Apologies about that. Oh, you've seen that one before? That specific bot?
Yeah, I'm curious because like you reach a point where you can kind of track their leveling and see how long they've been around.
Sorry. Make a community called the Bot Watchers.
There was actually someone the other day who said that someone should make a company called CAPTCHA, and all they should be doing is running around recording bots and reporting them.
It's fucking glory, man. If someone actually followed through and did something like that, that would be nutty.
Yeah, that would actually be funny. Did you tap?
Yeah, sorry about that. Guy was asking about fast weapons for melee. Hatchet, rapier are very quick. Rapier obviously being the fastest. But unfortunately you can't really run hatchet rapier. But you can do spear and sword and shield.
Baby,
That's a good one. Yes.
you're doing it all wrong. You should be recommending people don't play melee right now because it's so toxic. Teleporting around. Can't hit people.
No, that desync thing for melee weapons, it generally only occurs for hatchet, great axe, and sword and shield. You won't see it as much with hammer. You won't see it as much. I really want to make a pure melee heavy armor work. Yeah, honestly, I can't imagine rapier in a heavy set. You generally have to go medium. I guess you can sack the 10%. Yeah. Keen speed, sure-footed for the sword and shield. Works well. Fucking. Did we spot? We've spotted 2. Been here for like, what, 10, 20 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
I think that might have been it for now. I'm actually surprised I haven't caught more yet.
They'll be back.
Yeah, if you want to see a ton of them. If you want to catch a ton of them, Windsword is the spot. Only caught 2 of them. That's actually really low. Run, Tondo. Isn't that is that Grace? I think that's Grace. No. No, that's Blood. Oh, is that yeah. I've seen that around a little bit. Are you using Tondo instead of evade? Something like Tondo Fletch with riposte? Because I've personally felt that Fletch and riposte are something that you can't really get rid of because Sundering riposte is insane. Because that's the slash with bleed, right? Yeah, that's the stackable bleed. Have you had that do some work in it? Yeah, that's what I figured. Pretty much, you're like spamming Tondo as much as possible, and then following up with like riposte if they try and get aggressive, Fletch to build distance while you continue stacking Tondo, and then bleed the enemy out. I've had a rapier try and do that on my tank build, but it just couldn't get the work in. Is it based? Yeah, it's still based on weapon damage. Reduces cooldown 10%. That's pretty good. Reduced by 25%. That's probably the bread and butter right there, so you can actually make it somewhat spammable. Increase initial hit damage by Tondo by 100%. At least for... Yeah, see? Oh, yeah. I know what build you're talking about. You're running the what is it, 200 int? I think it's 200 int. No, it's 250. The 250 int build, right? You might go 300 or more, but yeah, because the 250 int like fucking bleed burn, it's really nutty. Do you use the traps with it? I can imagine running traps with that. Because you're not necessarily going sniper, right? Yeah. That seems like something you run like powder burn. I mean, you could run stopping power, but I wouldn't. I'd probably go powder burn, trap, sticky. So you get the fucking damage increase from the traps in the heal. Right? Is he healing from this or is he healing from Scream? Yeah. Healing from traps. And then you have Rend. Which, by the way, traps have like one of the highest fucking Rends in the game. 20% is so fucking insane. So if you go like a riposte into a trap, it's like 30% Rend, if I'm not mistaken, which you can follow up with like powder burn, the Tondo, sticky bomb. You can go pretty much anywhere you want with it. I've seen some people do the just the trap combo in general, where you do a riposte into a trap and then double headshot with tactical reload. Really strong too, but how's that work on group fights? I haven't tried that in a group setting. I can imagine that being really fucking strong in 1v1s. There's a demand not being fulfilled. That's true. Bubbles is like the merchant on the fucking server, man. I was so pissed when Bubbles got banned.
And for what?
Shh. Do we see another one? I think we found another. No, I think this is a player. saw them earlier. Oh, you run the shooter stance with it. Oh, god damn it. It's another one. Oh, he's back. Run up, press E.
Yep.
Fuck, bro. Game's toxic. Damn, Mimi's a bot too? I didn't think they were a bot earlier. Oh, look. I think we got another one. No. That's not. I think that's Will. Yeah. Or William.
Whatever their name is.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, 1v1 really strong. Shooter stance is garbage in 1v1. Honestly, I don't even do 1v1 in war, or I don't even do shooter stance in wars or OPR. I think shooter stance is really bad. Because the moment you pop shooter stance, another musket player is just going to dome you twice. I really don't like shooter stance. Even with the empowering shooter stance. It's just not worth it. Like, I would probably pop off one shot and then cancel shooter stance. Because it's really not worth it. I guess in wars, if you're far enough back, you could probably pull it off just fine. But in general, nah, fuck that.
Even then, it's really risky.
Yeah, it's super risk. You can ask Icetera, like my 20 kill games when I'm running fucking musket, it's usually because there's like 2 to 3 muskets on the enemy team that are running shooter stance. And I just abuse that maliciously. Damn. Can't trap. Because it's phasing through the rock.
It's another good musket player and you're done for.
Yeah. You get caught out really quick. What if I... Why is building obstructed? Nothing's obstructing this one. What the fuck?
This game is working as intended.
Okay, I'm gonna place this in the middle of the road. We'll see if that disrupts any of the bots. God, when you need to pay to win fucking... Just to fuck around with bots.
Yeah. Throw more money at AGS just to fuck up the bots.
I feel like this is gonna be like one of the good pastimes.
Yeah. How many bots can I trap today?
You need an extremely good cover. My major grief with musket is just the reticle is so fucking huge, dude. I hate that reticle. I just want a little pinpoint dot. Not this big old fucking 80 pixel fucking thing taking up the middle of my screen. Like any FPS player will tell you, it's like that reticle is fucking toxic.
And sure, it's not an FPS game, but
I know, but when you add a feature like that, kind of try and hit that market for FPS players. Like I don't like you need to cover that ground a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Or at least allow people to make the reticles smaller themselves.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, you go trap into shooter stance? I guess that would hold. How long is the hold on the trap? I thought it was like... Oh, it's 3 seconds? You'd be able to get off 2 shots. Maybe 3 from shooter stance? Because shooter stance does increase reload. Yeah. So reload time is 2 seconds. So it drops it down to 0.5. Yeah, so you can get a good 4 or 5 shots in from the trap into shooter stance. God, that seems so risk though. That would scare the shit out of me playing like that. Because essentially you're doing, like, I'm assuming you're doing sundering riposte into a trap into a shooter stance, right? Yeah, exactly. Nah. Miss me with that. Get rid of that. Okay. Did it not remove that? Thank you. Yeah, I figured that was the combo. Because that's 30% Ren plus you're getting like 4 to 5 shots off. Like, even if you're hitting bodies, like, you're still getting heavily rewarded for it. I can imagine that's really good middle of the game. So you're not opening up the combo with that, right? So essentially you're looking at like opening up with Tondo stacking, right? And when you're sitting probably around like anywhere between like 3/4 to half, you'd probably try and get in that riposte combo. Get your healing back, go back to full. Meanwhile, they're burning and bleeding. Yeah, the swap it bug. I fucking hate that thing. Where if you're so another thing too about that is if you have low stamina, the swap bug gets 1,000 times worse. Like an actual 1,000 times worse. Because what ends up happening is you go to swap, it pulls it back and you're trying to finish the reload and it just sits there for fucking days, dude. It's so dumb. I fucking hate it with a burning passion. It's actually why I stopped playing musket. Was literally because of that bug. Where it's like if you get caught out, like you're just fucked, dude. Because you're trying to switch to your secondary, right? Because I was running rapier musket as well. Because I'm trying to switch to my rapier so I can get a riposte in, build up distance, fucking do all that good schnaz. But you just can't fucking do it. Right? It's just like, nah, man. I know you're getting slapped around right now, and I know you really want to riposte, but you need to put this bullet in this fucking gun. It's like, yeah, because I'm going to use it on me. Fuck, dude. So brutal. This fucking game, man. The weapon swapping, because I did a whole topic on that too. Where it's all these little unrefined things that really shows that AGS was not ready for this game. Right? Weapon swapping became a huge issue. Right? It was fluid before, but then people were abusing the double fire staff machine gun macro. But they already fixed that. Right? They already fixed that. By implementing the fucking you can't have two of the same weapon on. Right? There's no problem. But what I would have done is add an internal cooldown on the fucking the auto attacks. Even if you animation cancel, right? Then it shouldn't matter. Because based on the weapon is what the internal, like, it just adding an internal cooldown itself, a global internal cooldown, fixes a lot of the issues that they wanted to address. Yeah. The fucking machine gun, dude. I hated the machine gun. People were abusing the shit out of that in wars. Yep. Because it wasn't even skill-based. People were just macroing it. Right? And thank God AGS addressed it. But the way that they addressed it really killed the game. But Rapier is a masterpiece? Yeah, Rapier is so good. I'm actually surprised Rapier isn't getting used more. A lot of people try and force Hatchet to work. Rapier is way better. Like, I didn't even finish up my Rapier. This was my Rapier build. For my musket. This was, like, all that you need. Like, these other ones don't really matter. Like, this is nice. But I never found myself really that low on stamina. This is pointless because you're never at full health. This is kind of good though. This is kind of hot. But all these, like these, only work if you pick up Tondo, right? Because they're all. Well, this one's. That one's kind of neat, but these are bleeds, right? Increased damage from both middle swipe attacks and light attack chains. Wow, that's kind of good for a Tondo build. I can imagine you use that. A lot of heavy attacks. That's one thing that I didn't like about a lot of rapier players is they just spam light attacks with the evade. When you start mixing in the heavies, dude, it just looks fucking good, right? When you get that nice fucking riposte in, and then you fucking dodge roll behind them, you fucking fully charged heavy into them into the fucking combo. It just looks fucking cool. That shit looks so good. The thing is though, like you'll see like a lot of people that are just spamming left click while they're spamming like the Q or R or fucking F to get the evade in. And so they're not like really maximizing. Like I think it's like is it 3 lefts into evade into a full combo? Is the optimized one? I can't remember. It's been so while. I'd have to pull out a rapier to fill it out again. But yeah, I think rapier is probably one of the only rapier, spear, warhammer are the 3 weapons that actually work. Yeah, Tondo has a very low CD, especially if you're landing on single targets. Just because of that. 25 reduction, plus you have the reduced cooldowns on hits, all that good snaz. Dude, I kind of want to try that. I remember I was dueling someone, a friend of Windsword, and they were trying to do the Tondo build on my sword and shield build, and the bleed just wasn't enough to do any damage. I felt bad for the guy, but on medium and lights, I can imagine that rapier build would probably fuck up a lot of medium great axes. Like even pre-lunge nerf. I can imagine that being really strong. Yeah. It's sad you don't see that much fucking rapier builds. You only see them with like musket. And a lot of the muskets right now are playing the 800 yard game. I think that was all of them. So it looks like there's 3 bots in Morningdale today. Right? Which we discovered all within 25 minutes of each other. Rip Betty White. What happened to Betty White?
Oh, she's dead.
Is she?
Dead at 99 years old. Was posted 20 minutes ago.
Shit. Rest in peace, Betty.
She was gonna celebrate her 100th birthday on January the 17th. She was so close.
God, she really hit those upper ages.
Yeah.
I'm surprised because she was still doing movies.
Yeah, and from the article I was just skimming through, she was about to start her own Facebook page and stuff like that.
Oh my god.
Get kind of back into the game.
Rest in peace, Betty.
We will miss you.
Yeah, she was one of those legends. Yeah, her and Ryan Reynolds were really close.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna be devastated.
Damn, dude. At least she hit the 99s.
Yeah.
So she was doing really well, actually. Damn, she was 99? Fuck.
That'd be one of those.
Golden Girls. Classic. All right. Sorry about the distraction. Fucking was looking shit up.
Those who don't
Yeah.
know,
ADHD is a fucking thing.
yeah, exactly.
I wanted to test out my campsite, man. Because here's the thing. If I can figure out where to place a campsite to get all the bots stuck at, then I can go farm all the star metal all day, no problem. You just
Oh my
fucking imagine placing down a campsite. You go do a couple rounds of star metal. You come back. You just see like 5 bots just sitting there, like fucking walking into the motherfucker. Like, where do I go? Oh, you can actually climb from the middle of the. Oh, okay. I might have to pay to win. I don't know. We'll discuss that later. Damn. Because if the bot can climb this, sad. They might be able to get over anyways then. Yeah.
There we go. There's the RIP.
Anyways, we're gonna call it a day. Got a nice little freaking hour and a half stream. It was a little bit more than what we were expecting. We're gonna go celebrate New Year's and get started on that. Appreciate you guys coming in, man. Stop by, have a couple good conversations. Hopefully, AGS takes care of these bots, man. Fucking hate these bots. But yeah, next time you're in game, if you see me around, fucking hit me up. Maybe you can do some OPRs or something like that. But we're gonna call it there and go ahead.
If you see the stream again, don't hesitate to come in and have a chat with us. Like, we love when people come in and chat.
Yeah, it's fun, man. Good vibes here. Shit talk about some AGS shit and bots and whatnot, but show love for the players. That's how we roll. But we'll catch you next time. We'll probably do a stream tomorrow, so hopefully I see you guys in the server. Take care, have a good one.
Happy New Year. Bye-bye.
Happy New Year's. Later.